Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we are going to discuss the words that Micah Parsons says as it pertains to the Philadelphia Eagles. Is it the team and the system or Jalen Hurts? He believes Jalen Hurts is going along for the ride. And yes, the Eagles got a great team, but people are going to stop disrespecting Jalen Hurts 100% when we lay out the Cowboys on Christmas Eve.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got some things to talk about. Anthony Harris to the practice squad. That's a little good news. Hopefully, we do not need him. He's just a depth piece signing. And we did get the kicker that I talked about in my last video. But we got to talk about these Micah Parsons comments. We're worried about the Chicago Bears. The Cowboys should be worried about the Jags after barely beating the Texans. But he's on the Von Miller podcast, the VonCast, talking about, do you think it's, first of all, it's Von's podcast, and Micah Parsons is asking him the question, do you think it's Jalen Hurts or the team in his system? We're going to hear that. But before we do it, if you believe the Eagles are the best team, like I do, help your boy out and hit that like button, subscribe, ding the bell. Check out the link in the description. It's a app called the Chalkboard app. We chop it up, Eagles Talk 24/7 on there. The only time we mention the Cowboys is to put them in their place. But again, 10 days, the Eagles will play the Cowboys on Christmas Eve. But again, A.J. Brown was asked about the Cowboys and the Eagles being the two front-running teams. He said, I don't care about the Cowboys. I'm on to the Bears. Micah Parsons on his free time, worried about, is it Jalen Hurts? Is it the team? It's both. But let's hear what he had to say on the Von podcast. Listen closely.
Hurts or the team?
Again, this is Micah Parsons asking the host this question. So it's been on his mind. You don't go on somebody's show and ask the questions, really? Who knows how far this is in? The real episode will come out shortly, but listen to it closely. I won't restart it again.
Hurts or the team? I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think
it's system and team.
I think it's a little bit of both, man, because they got a great offensive line, which helps Hurts. Hurts has A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. They got a good running game.
I mean, Miles Sanders.
They scheme that they have.
O-line. I mean, bro,
hey, this Eagles Cowboys, the Eagles Cowboy coming up, ain't it?
Yeah, it's coming up. I'm not trying to make no enemies. I just love the game so much, and I understand it so much that I can't. I when things are off, I just can't hold it in. I almost gotta say something.
Yeah, you're right. They got a great team, great defense.
But everyone has their own opinions.
But they got Jalen Hurts is
he's good. He's good.
They got him for the MVP race with Patrick Mahomes. Hurts.
So again, the question was asked from Micah Parsons to Von. Is it Hurts or the team in the system? Von said it's both. Great plays around Hurts, but you cannot deny 68% completion percentage. Big jump. You can't deny some of the throws that are made from Hurts to the receiver. You can't deny some of the escapability that Hurts done. You can't deny 38 total 100 yards, 38 plus total 100 yards, 32 total touchdowns with 3 interceptions. If you want to go total touchdowns or total turnovers, it's 5 total turnovers. This MVP numbers that Von Miller acknowledged. And listen, at the end of it, Micah Parsons says, yeah, Jalen Hurts is good, but he thinks the Eagles' system and team is what makes him go. I don't know. I think you could call it even, but you got to start putting respect on Jalen Hurts' name. And if they don't do it now, last time, before we played the Cowboys' Doomsday's defense, DeMarcus Lawrence had his choice of words. He had his choice of words, and there's a highlight going around. Yes, we didn't complete the pass, but we made him do the hokey pokey and turned himself around. At the end of the day, the main things that stick out to me, let's go through it again. Listen, is him asking the question.
Or the team.
Listen again.
Hurts or the team.
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think
It's system and team.
I think
So then, after Von said both, he says it's system and team. But listen to this
it's a
part.
little bit of both, man, because they got a great offensive line, which helps
Now, Von says all the good stuff we got, and so does Micah Parsons.
Hurts. Hurts has A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. They got a good running game.
I mean, Miles Sanders.
They scheme that they have.
O-line. I mean, bro, like,
Hey, this Eagles Cowboys coming up, ain't it?
yeah, it's coming up. I'm not trying to make no enemies.
Right there. I'm not trying to make no enemies because he knows what is being said is going to be broadcast with the 10-day lead up to the Eagles and Cowboys. It's going to be broadcast. He's not trying to make no enemies. He just called the MVP, not the MVP, really. That's pretty much what he's trying to do. Then he says he loves the game and understands it so much, he got to call a spade a spade. He's pretty much saying, look, I don't want to have to say it. I don't want to make enemies. But Jalen Hurts is just Jalen Hurts. It's the Eagles scheme and team and blah, 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 blah.
I just love the game so much and I understand it so much that like I can't like when things are off, I just can't like hold it in. Like I almost gotta say something. Like
Yeah, you're right. They got a great team, great defense.
but everyone has their own opinions. Like
Everyone has their own opinion, which he acknowledged.
But Jalen Hurts is
he's good. He's good.
So then Von says Jalen Hurts is in the MVP conversation with Mahomes, right? And he's like, he's good. I mean, so he got to
They
finish
got him for
it.
the MVP race with Patrick Mahomes.
You got to finish it some way. But at the end of the day, this is just more bulletin board material. I'm not a big believer in that, but best believe Jalen Hurts had said this week that all the talk about his deep ball and accuracy and this has fueled him as much as his character wants to be the best. The outside noise definitely was a part of his, great turnaround, or again, exceeding expectations as quickly as he's done for multiple people's through multiple people's view. And now this is just more. Eagles, Cowboys, Christmas Eve, trash talk before the game again. The Cowboys got to take care of the Jaguars. And if they play like they did against the Texans, they won't beat them. We got to take care of the Bears. If we let the Bears run with Montgomery and Justin Fields on us like we allowed other teams to run on us, we probably might slip up. But the Eagles been stopping the run. The Eagles been blowing teams out the last 2 weeks as the Cowboys barely got past the Texans. So before you can worry about Christmas Eve, because if the Cowboys lose to the Jags, listen to this. If the Cowboys lose to the Jags and the Eagles beat the Bears, well, guess what? You won't have to play Jalen Hurts. You probably will be playing Gardner Minshew. You could rest them that game, lose it, and then just win against the Saints and the Giants or the blah-de-boo-blah. If the Cowboys can't handle their own opponents, they won't have the luxury to play the best team in the NFL. And it's not about being scared. It's about being smart, not showing your hand to a team that you already played once, that you will possibly have to play again. Because when you look at the NFC landscape, you look at the Niners, even though they got Brock Purdy. You look at the Cowboys. You look at the Vikings. One of them teams most likely, unless the Giants, the Seahawks, the Commanders, the Bucks, if one of them teams step up in the wild card round or this, that, and the third, maybe. But you're really looking at one of them three teams in your way, whether it's the division game, the NFC Championship game. And so if you have an opportunity not to play the Cowboys with your full starters showing them now 2 full games of what to prepare for, because if you do beat them with your starters. It is not easy to beat a team 3 times. So the Cowboys got to go handle their stuff, or don't even, you're getting a lump of coal. If you can't beat the Jags, don't even expect anything for Christmas because you're trash. But this is what the Cowboys are trying to do because they're trying to sell more tickets. And listen, Cowboys, America's team, blah, blah, blah. Everybody watches us. Well, guess what? This year, a lot of people have been watching the Eagles. A lot. And you're just trying to spark more attraction to what's already going to be. If you guys handle your business, we handle our business. The fact that it's Christmas Eve, prime time, doesn't get any bigger. Now this added to the fire is big. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Eagle Nation, if you made it this far, put the muscle emoji. You need to 100% put the muscle emoji now because we got to show them who's stronger. We've been doing it all year. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.